You think being attractive is always an advantage? Wrong. Sometimes that's the very reason that women avoid you. Let me explain why being the good-looking guy can actually work against you. See, women think the good-looking guy, the attractive male, are sometimes just too good to be true. They will assume and start thinking, oh no, there's no point in approaching him. He has somebody, he has options. In reality, maybe you do, maybe you don't. But just that alone, that you look good, is already a red flag in their eyes, right? Because they're already making assumptions in their mind. They're saying, no, this, I would go approach him, but I'd rather go approach this other guy that's, decent looking, not super attractive. That's already what they're assuming. So they're thinking you're a player, when in reality, you're probably not talking to anybody, or you might be actually a player. Right? You might actually be a player, my boy, my guy. But that's already what they gonna assume, right? It's not your fault. You taking care of yourself. You look good. You healthy. You fit. You eating well. But they already gonna assume that you a player. So it's something that you have to overcome, especially when you realize you start talking to her. The first couple questions you're gonna be getting asked constantly is who you're with. Are you with another girl? Are you with another? You feel me? It's always, you can be out with the guys. They're gonna think you're out there cheating, or even if you guys are not even in a relationship yet, you're just talking. It's always going to be like that. Because I know if I've experienced that in my life. I know majority of you guys can relate. Don't be naive. Don't think like, no, you know what it is. You know you look good. You know that these questions are gonna become and arise in your face. Right? They love to bring that in like it's your fault, right? So it's basically the intimidation factor. And this is where it leads to trust issues, right? A woman is gonna think you get too much attention as it is. Let me not give you more. You ever feel like that? Right? You might start seeing that you get looks everywhere you go. You've seen these type of girls approach certain people, but they don't want to approach you. They're trying to make it seem like you're not worthy of that, like you don't have the qualifications, but in reality, you do. But they don't want to boost your ego. They want to diminish it, right? Because chances are you might even look better than her. And when you guys are in a relationship, that hurts their ego. That hurts the ego because now they're thinking, I can't trust this guy. Why even be with him? So now you're put in this predicament where you're not doing anything. It's based off your looks, and you have to play these games. Now you're going through constant drama, constant arguments for petty stuff. And that's the name of the game, but it's majority because of trust issues. You'll see how they start bringing it up in conversation. Oh, well, my ex used to always cheat on me. My ex was good looking, and it's like, whoa, pause. That's already a red flag because the last man is not who I am, right? That's like saying, oh, I can assume you are this because of my ex, my last girl I was with. Like, no, a mature person wouldn't do that, but majority of women will assume, and it all ties to trust issues. Some will admit it to you straight up, some won't, and just try to victimize you as you are the problem, or that's if you get into the relationship. Most times you will see why majority of good-looking men are having struggles when it comes to relationship, right? It's not as easy as it seems like in the movies, right? Like Prince Charming coming down, sweeping, like no, right? Yeah, it's easy to pick up girls when you're going out, when you're doing shenanigans, right? But a real relationship, that's where they start getting indecisive. A million thoughts start going through their mind. The chances of you finding finding a real lasting relationship is going to be that much harder. And you should know that and be aware, because that's the majority reason why women play games with good-looking men. All right? Yes, we can find another woman, right? You're not supposed to sweat it. That's why I talk about these in my videos. When a girl's playing games, when she goes to you, you don't give in. You don't You know, you can try, if you really like her, if you really liked her energy, you hung out with her, you can try to show her that you are not this, but 9 times out of 10, you gotta just drop it and move on, because they are gonna make it that much harder for you, no matter what. It's because you look good, you take care of yourself, and they're penalizing you for that, right? Or they're assuming, or they're having trust issues, right? Can't tell you what to do, but if you want to play these games, that's on you. But this is what majority of good-looking men go through. And I talk to a lot of men that tell me the exact same thing. Whether I'm helping them one-on-one, whether I'm literally visually seeing their text, and I can just instantly relate because I get the same amount. But it sucks, but it's the harsh truth. Another reason, like I mentioned, is ego. A woman is going to automatically assume he won't want me, right? They're feeling insecure because they're thinking, you're not interested in her, you know, you're too good looking, you have options. A high value man is worried about his craft, his future, right? He's not out there chasing. Maybe a younger man that's good looking will, when he's in his teens or early 20s, but a high value man is focused on what he does, his financial obligations. But no matter what, they're gonna treat you like you a college kid, like you out here picking and choosing. That's why you'll notice when you're going out, whether you be in the gym, whether you're out and about, and you see a beautiful girl and you know that she's feeling you, can just tell, you know? She's looking at you both ways, she's breaking her necks, maybe telling her friend, like, and you peep that, right? I had a situation a couple of days ago, me and my friend at a bookstore and doing some work, and we see some woman just constantly staring, breaking their necks, right? And they even go out their way to walk out, and we see them through the window looking back to watch us. They can easily approach us, right? In a situation like that, in a public setting, I'm not gonna just go and quote approach when there's that many people, especially in a quiet setting, right? I came here to do some work. But if you're interested in me that much, it's like, why don't you speak up? But they won't, my boy. I've had situations where they do sometimes, especially if you're by yourself. If you're in a situation where it's kind of more outgoing, it's more friendly, they're gonna do it. But majority of the time, they just gonna look, they might tell their friends, or you just see them constantly staring, you feel me? And they already assuming like, oh, you got options, you with somebody else. No, others can relate, but it's just how it is. And you'll realize too, I've had situations where after I approach a woman, or, you know, after I see the vibes are there, I see the interest, I'll go spark a conversation. And once I do, I'll see how they completely do a 180. You know, she had a cold resting face at first, even while I see her peeping me. Once I approach, it's all smiles, and maybe after the conversation ends or the next day through text, they'll tell me, you're so different than what I assumed. I'm like, what do you mean? Right? And you know, women do like a masculine man too, so don't let that fool you. You don't gotta be all open smiles. Like, they will already assume that you are a different type of person. They're making up assumptions in their mind. They're thinking this, that, you're not approachable, you're not interested, but in reality you are, and you'll see how the energy changes. So don't be afraid, don't be scared to approach them if you think that's what she's thinking. You will never really know that, but you will see once you maybe start talking to her, once you start getting to know her, how she'll start playing or asking you how you are different than what she assumed. And it's all because of your looks. Being attractive has its advantages, has its disadvantages. A lot of people get it confused. A lot of people do. I know many friends back in the day used to always ask me to go out to pick up girls, and yes, it helps. Yes, it's easier. But they don't see the disadvantages that we get, because they wouldn't know. You feel me? I'm talking about people who don't really value their image, that don't take care of their body, their mind, their soul. So, and that all correlates to your presence, how you look, right? I believe there's like a shine on you, a glow, when you are someone that discipline just shows on you. It's just there, like they can see it, and that's intimidation. That's intimidating for women. So attraction isn't only the looks; it's confidence, clarity, discipline. These three make a woman feel secure, right? but it can also be intimidating, especially when they see you as such as someone that's a high value man, someone that, you know, your looks does represent you, but they don't know the full story because they don't know you. So what they're gonna do, they're gonna assume. That's just the name of the game, man. You know, that's how it is, but don't feel discouraged. It is, you win some, you lose some, right? Not saying that all attractive men don't get rejected too, because we sure do, right? But it does make it a little bit harder compared to what others will perceive it, because just of all these little games that come in between, you know, especially in the beginning phase. But it is what it is. Hope y'all like this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, join the tribe, man. More videos like this coming soon. I appreciate you guys tuning in and supporting me. On to the next one. Love y'all.